Alright, one and all, welcome back to the Scream stream. I hope you enjoy a couple of the changes I've made to the layout, to the presentation. Man, I have missed you guys. It is my esteemed pleasure to be back. Sounding a little low, so let me make my adjustments on the audio, because why wouldn't we have audio issues, huh? Okay, oh wait, it's because my... Alright, that's how, alright, I figured that out. So, my god, I hope that you guys appreciate all the little things that take me away from doing the Scream stream. So, I wasn't able to do the Scream stream the way I planned and wanted to last week to close out the month of May, but duty calls and work is the persistent pain in the ass that it is, but you're not here for that. And right before the Scream stream, I'm starting late. It's about a little 7 minutes past 9 right now. So I wasn't able to start at my usual time at 8:30 because, of course, I got a phone call right before. And I guess that's just what is to be expected when you're in such high demand. So we are back for the month of June for the first Scream stream of this month, and it isn't just the first Scream stream of I guess the official month of summer, even though we had May, but this is the anniversary week of the Mind Games. I almost said Mind's Eye, of Mind Games. So even though I didn't start out the most consistent, admittedly, with the Scream stream, I am happy to say that in recent weeks I have made it much more of a priority with the time that I've dedicated to it, with the number of streams I do a week and a month. Today is not the official 1 year anniversary. That will actually be on Thursday, and if you're wondering, yes, I will be streaming on Thursday to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of my Scream stream here. So, a couple of housekeeping items before we get to it. This Scream stream is brought to you by partnership with Hotness TV. Please check the links in my description for sponsorships for the channel. We have them with both Samsung for your video devices and video formatting devices, such as tablets, your phones, your TVs, pretty much everything I have. Every piece of electronic that I have in my living room and pretty much my apartment all come straight to you from Samsung. And the second, second sponsor is through Jabra headsets. Excellent for home audio, for business meetings, and just a workout regimen. Lastly, the affiliate that the Scream stream has is with the horror documentary called... One moment. One quick setup thing. Hold on, sorry about that. Right in the middle of me is announcing the affiliate link. Okay, that's fixed. All right, so our affiliate is the horror documentary Mental Health and Horror. So, as I've stated many a time, it's unfortunate that horror movies, video games, hip-hop, and hard rock have always gotten blamed for society's woes. So it's great that we have a documentary coming out that celebrates the love of horror, and not only has your usuals of directors and writers and personalities within horror, but also psychologists to talk about the benefits of horror. So it's fitting that we're playing a horror game now. So we have that to serve as yet another milestone within the horror genre. So I definitely ask that everyone check that out. Please, by all means, consider supporting the Mind Games with the support link up top. And Streamlabs has been so generous as to offer us a store, which is now live. I invite everyone to check out the Mind Games Inc. stores provided by Streamlabs. So, new logo as well as new merchandise available now. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into it. It pretty much never fails. What happened? Just with work and everything. Not to complain too much about it, but boy, it is. It's crazy to me how it is that I could just never just be able to focus on just staying home, just working from home, and not just be bogged down by all the work obligations. And before
for many thousands of
hold on.
years, the Shadow Men have protected the world of the living against threats crossing over from the spiritual plane known as Deadside, the place where everyone goes without exception when they die. Michael Leroy is the current heir to the mysteries of this ancient lineage, bearer of the Mask of Shadows. When darkness falls, he becomes the walker between the worlds, immortal voodoo warrior, taker of souls, lord of Deadside, the Shadow Man.
There's a lot of this game that reminded me of Spawn. Take a quick swig. Let's give it up to Night Dive Studios. I mean, they've been knocking it out of the park with all these remasters, because we also had, what was it, Power Slave Exhumed? Now, they seemingly can't seem to get their freaking, what do you call it? Their freaking System Shock game out, but let's not hold that against them. Okay, well, now that I have my gaming headset on, one quick second, just so I can level everything out. Okay, I think we is good to go. Yes, new adventure, please. Yes.
The 9th of November, 1888. By my deeds am I known, and I am known as Jack. Spring-heeled Jack. Jack the Ripper.
Oh, yes.
By my deeds am I known, and they are truly bloody. I took them all to my heart. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Kelly, and loved them, truly loved them all. But the immortal power I sought within the sordid confines of their bodies, the still beating organ of the soul, was not to be found.
As if this game wasn't interesting enough, it starts off with Jack the Ripper.
Must therefore perform that bloody ritual upon myself.
Stay your hand, Jack, and listen to what I have to say.
How did you find this place? Who are you?
My name is Legion.
Oh God,
for we are many.
Look at that.
The immortal power that you seek does exist. It does indeed lie within the soul, but only within certain ones. Certain
Is this the
dark
start?
souls.
My God! What are you that you can produce such things from thin air?
Merely an explorer, much like yourself.
What is it
Yeah,
that
that's
you
what
want
Jack
from
the
me?
Ripper was.
You are an architect by trade, are you not?
I am.
Then I would have you build a cathedral to pain. A place where you and I and others like us may join together. A place of asylum for all of the unique and misunderstood individuals that will follow you as the time of Armageddon approaches. And at the heart of Asylum, we shall construct a great dark engine powered by souls of equal hue. And we shall harness
This kind of
their
reminds
power
me of
to create an immortal army to punish
I don't know,
and
something out of
cleanse this
Hellraiser.
pathetic world.
And where might I build this cathedral of yours?
Across the veil, in the darkness, amongst the restless spirits of those who have passed beyond, in the place known as Deadside.
Then, if I am to join you, I must die.
It is prophecy. We cannot fail, for we are many.
For we are many.
Wow, that was alright. You just went for it.
Amen to
that. This reminds me of quite a few properties. Like I said, Spawn and Hellraiser a little bit. You know, building labyrinths, insane asylums. Baby, that your glaucoma's acting up.
Come to mama, baby.
Hey there, catface cadet.
Maybe a little less LSD before you go to bed.
What's the problem, Magneta?
I had a dream, Shadow Man.
Agneta?
A real bad dream. A dead side dream. The five are here. The heralds of the apocalypse. Beacon's fire confirms everything I feared. The end's coming, Shadow Man. An ancient prophecy tells of the return of a great evil to Deadside. A terrible force gathering dark souls to its darker heart and using their power to cross over into
Lovely
this
bedtime
world
story, I
and bring
suppose.
about apocalypse.
I must stop this evil from bringing about the end of all things.
Only you can do it, Shadow Man. You are the walker between the worlds. I can't go Deadside, and Jaunty's next to useless in both worlds. You are the only one who can do anything about this.
As it ever was.
But you
That's
ain't
a
never
weird rash on
confronted
your
anything
chest,
like
sir.
this evil. It's so pure, not even the ancient protectors of the Dark Souls could destroy it. They could only banish it from Deadside. They knew it'd come back one day. Hence the prophecy telling of its return. The power of the ancients is all but gone now, and the Dark Souls that evil desires lie unprotected. What you gotta do, Shadow Man, is to go Deadside and recover the Dark Souls. Take them into your own protection before
Sounds like
evil
the
gathers
Adama
them
from
to
the
its
Pirates of the
terrible
Caribbean.
heart.
Okay, so let me get this
Okay.
straight. If I don't recover these dark souls, then the world's gonna end. Am I right?
You got it.
Shit.
Look, I gotta go. I've got a lot to do. Take Deacon's file and meet me at dawn at the church on the hill. I've kept your stuff safe for you.
I hate this shit. Just a pawn in Nettie's master plan. She moves me in mysterious ways, and brother, sometimes she really does move me. Can't do nothing about it since, nice as you please, she knitted my ribs into the mask of shadows. I got nothing left anyways. It's my fault Luke's dead, and Mom and Pop too.
Not a bad job
I
with, you know,
deserve everything I get.
upscaling
Every
the
bad thing that
resolution.
comes my way. Can't live, can't die. Deadside's a perfect hood for me. A nowhere place. The asshole of the universe.
Okay. Man, because I'm kind of late. I didn't do a stream last week. Man, let's give it up for Johnny Depp winning his defamation
Now where the
case.
hell
Lord
is
of
that
mercy.
church?
Yep. Hashtag believe all wine bottles, huh? Okay, so as you could tell from that intro, this deals a lot with, you know, like reincarnation and, you know, inheriting, becoming like an avatar for what have you, mystical powers. Yep. Nothing? Can't do anything with this? Okay. Nope. Can't punch it or topple it. But, man, they like Midnight's Edge, the quartering, so many people were concerned that Johnny Depp was not going to be able to pull this one out because the burden of truth was on him. And, you know, because we're in a post or a circa Me Too movement, that's a rather large hurdle to climb. Midnight's Edge put that, you know... Oh crap, maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Midnight's Edge put it really well where, you know, he would have to prove a lot of this that went on, that the evidence was in his favor. And, that's like, on the one hand, that is a lot of proof to be able to prove and demonstrate, but on the other, there were a staggering amount of recordings, that from the first or second, I don't remember. Whoa, what the hell? Cerberus? Huh? I don't remember which week it was that I was listening in on the trial, but from what I recall, when I was listening in, there were a staggering amount of recordings, like, so that played in his favor a lot, and I think, again, I didn't tune into the entirety of the trial, but, when when the therapist was like evaluating Amber I guess now I'm hoping now we can talk about this. When the therapist, when that psychologist was like evaluating Amber Heard, that's when like it kind of seemed as though it was like the tide was beginning to turn. Now, of course, it was up to the jury and the judge, jury to render verdict and the judge to, to sentence who it was that was, the victor, the defendant or the plaintiff. Can't get in there. But man, now I did have a discussion with a lady about about how the fact that Johnny was suing for 50 million, and that's not a number that he pulled out of his ass. He can't pick anything up. Nope. The camera goes all janky. Hold on. He lost two major movie roles, two major franchises out of this whole debacle, let alone, his life, his livelihood. Because of this, he was not able to work because of this hanging over his head for multiple years. Like, when did this all come out? 2017, 2018? So he wasn't able to work, let alone his two biggest franchises. So it is unfortunate that he only got 15 million. Now that someone might hear like, oh, only, but it's like, yeah, I get it, but it's still a hefty amount for you and me if you're listening. But again, he didn't pull that $50 million numbers out of nowhere. These were major franchises that he was a part of. And there were Disney executives talking about how he would be welcome back, he would be allowed to come back. But it's a major step forward, post Me Too and it sets a precedent. The entire time I've been talking about this, it does set a precedent for justice to be served. Not every man has the resources or the money that Johnny Depp has in order to fight cases like this. So I am hoping that this sets a precedent, and that how can I put it? It sets a precedent, and that there be consequences for such behavior such as hers, because my God, the things that this woman did to him. And yeah, a lot of people have rightly so been speaking about simpish behavior on his behalf, which, yeah, there's no getting away from that. Like, he's Johnny Depp, he can have any woman he wants, and he was just with this
Nettie?
horrendous harpy of a woman.
Glad you could make it.
How could I refuse your offer? How could I ever refuse you, Agneta?
You can't. I'm simply
Especially with those
irresistible.
awkwardly shaped
I hope you
boobs.
read the file I gave you, and read it real well. Between the lines, you'll find the signs.
You got my stuff?
Come on in, honey.
You got some smack.
On the way over here, I got to thinking about these dark souls. If they're so damn dangerous, why didn't the ancients just destroy them?
Because that's impossible. Their power is their immortality. If evil ever manages to implant these immortal souls into its monstrous slaves, can you imagine the carnage an immortal, unbeatable army would bring to the earth? That's Apocalypse, Shadow Man. That's the end.
Okay, so I really gotta get to the dark souls before the bad guy. I understand that, but where do I find them?
In Govi. Each Govi has been sealed by the most powerful voodoo. Not even the greatest Bokor or Mambo can open them to release the dark soul within. Believe me, I've tried. But a Shadow Man, or something even more powerful, just might be able to do it. Release the dark soul and take it into yourself. But be warned, The Dark Souls are a pure and ancient evil and possess a power that should not be abused.
Okay. Let's just get this thing over with. You got my stuff?
Right
Got some
here.
snack. Right here. As I awkwardly... Whoa.
A real scare, Mikey.
Jesus, Luke. He's alive. Alive and in pain. I gotta help him.
He's dead, Mike. You know that.
I know, but I saw.
You killed him, Mike.
It's understandable that you still have strong feelings for your brother. That's why the bear works for you, connecting you to Deadside. Use it now, Mike. Go Deadside and find Jonty. He's waiting for you at the Marrow Gates. He's got something to show
Gates.
Okay.
you. And Mike,
Yeah?
if you need me, I'll be here. Now, go see Jonty and get them Dark Souls.
Damn Dark Souls. Open inventory. Wait, what was that? Nettie's file. Handgun. And what are these? Could do. Is that from Resident Evil? Oop. Blair Witch. Discovered scrawled in white chalk on a wall near Shoreditch station on the morning following the murder of Anna Chaplin. The knife shall carve its bloody ritual, a sanguinary return to a darker place. Flesh running cold with the shedding of tears, to shred, to cut, to slice, to know, the weeping wound and its glooming soul, for we are many. Thomas Deacon, I'm not reading all that. Serial killer, Dr. Victor Karl Batrakian. That's a lot to read. Cool. I was saying something then I forgot.
Mike, there's no time to waste. Use Luke's bear and go Deadside.
Go Deadside. Bayou Paradise, Louisiana. Ew, what are those grub things? And why do I need to collect them? Oh, okay. Here we go. Awkward pose there. Man, use the insignia, I'm guessing it says, to shield yourself from deadly attack. Oh.
Mike, there's no time to waste. Use Luke's bear and go Deadside.
I thought it just did that. Another thing that I'm late on, another news item. Man, R.I.P. Ray Liotta. Jeez. Rolling can help you avoid dangerous traps and projectiles. Last movie I remember.
am the Lord of Deadside, Shadowborn at the confluence of worlds to walk between. Lifeside is without the meaning that my partly living possesses here in Deadside, where the darkness is manifest at the edges of reason. As a god, I step forth upon the writhing, suppurating surface of the Deadside Serpent. What sleep is here? What dreams there are in the unctuous coilings of the snake's mortal shuffling? Weapon in my hand, the arcing death blow at the end of all things. The horror. I embrace it.
Okay. Oh. Not much for aiming. Okay. Yeah, I mean, R.I.P. Ray Liotta. I didn't read what he passed from, but last movie I remember watching of his that I really enjoyed was Smokin' Aces. That movie caught a lot of flack, and I never understood why. the best acting that I had ever seen from Ryan Reynolds, and I liked Ray Liotta in that. So, you know, it's really unfortunate that, you know, of his passing. I felt obviously, you know, every actor is going to wind down sooner or later. Like, look at Brad Pitt. But it's really unfortunate that his talent just wasn't much utilized in the modern era, which I almost always default to older actors because they're established. Just because my modern actors, and I'm gonna be doing a video on this one of these eons, talking about, you know, how it's called tapping. It'll be called Tapping the Legends, and it's just about how modern actors not only suck, but they've sucked. They've managed to suck the vitality out of being a movie star. You know,
Michael,
it's
over here.
This thing has a normal voice.
Hello there, Michael. How's that treating you?
Geordie, kindly refer to me as Shadow Man. Michael Leroy has no place here in Deadside.
Whatever, Mick. It's good to see you again. Seems like simply ages since I last set my eyes on your happy, smiling mug.
The feeling's
What
mutual.
the hell?
I suppose you've been away dallying with the old battle axe, giving her
An
one with
Irish
some of that
snake.
righteous voodoo so she can stay forever young?
Something like that.
She's been filling your head with her fated pillow talk again, I'll bet.
Fetish.
Doomsday in an army giddy until you're drunk with the stuff.
She did happen to mention a certain prophetic dream she's been having.
Did she now? Well, for once I think the owl witch might be right. See that bloody big black tower yonder?
How could I miss it?
Well, old Bruegel, the medieval painter blokey, was just telling me the other day that he thought it looked remarkably like a picture he once did.
Is that Peter Bruegel?
No, Seamus, his distant Irish cousin. Anyways, he was quite shocked, so he was, at the terrible mess that bloody thing's making. Appearing out of nowhere and tearing its way through the place like there's no tomorrow. Which, given what Nettie's saying, might not be too far from the truth.
Any idea what's going on in there?
Nope, and I shan't be knocking on the front door to find out neither. All I'd say is, if there's something wicked heading this way, it'll be coming from in there.
Nettie mentioned the Dark Souls. Can you tell me any more about them?
I'm afraid I'll have to reply in the negative again, Michael. Suffice it to say, Nettie's told me that they're bloody powerful, well nigh indestructible, and shouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Any idea where they might be?
What am I, a Dark Soul travel guide now? I suppose you could try all of the ancient sacred places down amongst the whalers and shiverers.
This
I
guy's
just hope that none of them
hysterical.
souls have ended up in that filthy big black tower.
From what Nettie was saying, some of them already have, which is all the more reason for me to be pushing on. Open the gates, Jaunty.
Places to go, people to see, eh, Michael?
Just open the gates, Jaunty.
Did I ever tell you about the time me and Attila the Hun were playing skittles with the guillotine heads of the French aristocracy?
Jaunty.
All right,
No, but I
all
definitely
right,
wanna
keep
hear
your
that.
bloody hair on. Which, looking at your shining bonds...
Keep your hair on?
Open sesame!
This guy's
And if you want
hysterical.
to pop by and chat a while, I'll still be here. It's just a shame we can't share a drop of the hard stuff together by a roaring peat fire.
I don't drink with snakes.
All insulted. that thing was hysterical. I was not expecting it to talk in I'm like, is that thing talking in a normal voice? And then, oh no, wait. This voodoo deadland that we're in. Wait, what's happening? I saw a blood meter there. Oh. I'm like, it's an Irish accent. It's in a
This is the dead side, the wasteland, the nothing beyond the bone-packed gates. Here Luke, my dear lost brother, wanders alone amidst the aimless ranks of those who cannot die. He still, with the ache for death, I too may discover within my blighted heart. Here, the true darkness at the heart of all things is made real. What we see in death's dominion is as void as a dead man's gaze, as cold as the light from a dying star.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like this game comes off so much deeper than so many modern games nowadays. Like, again, as I wrote in the description, this wasn't while well received upon release, this wasn't, you know, a critical darling, which is a shame because again, I figured that this game would be much more, much deeper than your run-of-the-mill games nowadays. Ooh. Oops. Oh god. I'm shooting out of him those worm things that created Freddy Krueger. What's there? Oops, missed. Jeez. So I guess I'm just supposed to be collecting that until my meter... Until my meter goes up, 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 up. Come on. Give me the good uns. Oh, I thought that was gonna light up. Okay. Oh crap, I didn't even see them. Come on. Is it me? I don't see that meter expanding at all. Doesn't look like it's getting any close. Oh crap! Doesn't look like it's getting any closer to full. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. Strange. Yeah, I mean, this game has more depth than, like I was saying, most games nowadays. Wait, what hit me? Why is it shooting up? I knew that was gonna happen. Got too close to the fire. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's not getting any closer to filling up, which is odd. Absorb that and nothing happens. Oh, okay. Oh god. So, since the teaser has come out, they've now released the full trailer for the new Predator prequel called Prey. Man, like, they're not even trying to hide the social justice bent that they are fixated with this movie. First off, I can't get over the fact that it's a prequel, so hey, we don't know what to do, so let's go the prequel route because that's necessary. Let's make it so. And this is another trend that I've seen with the feminist slant. Are they like sucking the soul out of me? Like, what is the deal? Anyway, there's this feminist slant with modern horror movie or modern cinema where they try to make like prequels with prequels of male franchises, whether it be Star Wars, Star Trek, what have you. Oh. Press what? Oh crap, I didn't read that. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, they try to make it so that females were like responsible for a franchise beginning, or like the naming convention of any male-driven franchise. Like for instance, they're trying to say that some female robot, some gynoid from the Han Solo prequel, she is like her program is like in developing, or I'm sorry, her program is what is controlling the Millennium Falcon. It's like, why is that necessary? To give you another example, now that we're playing a game, they try to say that Mother Miranda from Resident Evil Village, she inspired Albert Wesker, or Albert Wesker was an understudy of hers. I'm like, is that necessary? Like, honestly, it's kind of pointless to do that. So now they're trying to make it so that not only do you have to have, well, we had Arnold Schwarzenegger, so he's a toxic male, so we absolutely have to have a female girl to be the actual first encounter that the Predator ever had with our species. And not only that, they have a clip in the trailer where, oh, it just so happens that she figured out using the mud to mask her energy signature, as though Native Americans would have any understanding of that and would think too, oh yes, mud will hide me from this, what they would refer to as either a demon or some kind of deity, considering their own, primitive culture and mindset. But sure, let's have it that a female, and again, they don't try to hide it at all. Like, oh my God, she's taking on gender norms, and you can't join in on the hunt. You're just a girl. Tee-hee-hee. Oh, but she takes on the ultimate in a hunt. She takes on the ultimate hunter. You see, it's embarrassing. As much as I hated the 2018 film, that was one of four. Wait, hold on a second. It was one bad movie out of 4 films. The other 3 were good to great. I like Predator, I like Predator 2, I like Predators. And as much as I hated and I felt it was a wasted opportunity, The Predator. Wait, no, is that what it was called? Yeah, I think it was called The Predator, the 2018 film. It's like, you know what? I'll deal with it. But now this one, as bad as the 2018 one was, and I realize that this is not a metric. I'm not defending that movie at all. It isn't. What I'm about to say is not any kind of excuse or defense for it. At least it wasn't woke. This one is clearly woke, and it will suffer for that. You can already tell. Like, there's nothing about this movie that looks good. And man, now we're doing prequels, really, because that didn't hinder the Alien. Oh crap! Something behind me. That didn't hinder your Alien franchise, so now you want to do that with. And apparently, this prequel was in development before the merger with Fox. Crap! I didn't get out of the way. What? So it's like I believe. I believe this one. Oh, I hate when that happens. I believe this premise had come out or was on the books a little bit after the 2018 film came out. So it's so frustrating because until recently, I mean, it still kind of is. Predator is my favorite horror franchise because it had the greatest number of good to great films, as I mentioned. You don't get that with many other horror franchises. But man, I would be lying if I didn't if I said that they haven't diminished in quality with each sequel. I can say that, and it is unfortunate. But man, this one coming out, and I mentioned this in the last stream, but I got into, and I tried not to be like I listened to I do listen to YouTubers who they talk about how, you know, whenever they get into an argument on Twitter or whenever they get into an argument with anybody, they mention it in their streams or in their YouTube videos. I try not to be that way, but I got into this like pointless spat because I had the audacity to say over Twitter that you know, the Predator was able to survive in the modern day. The Predator was able to survive, what do you call it? Machine guns and grenades. So what is a spear and what is a spear and arrows gonna do? And holy crap, did people on the AVP Galaxy Twitter, did they go nuts? Like, oh, what are you talking about? That's literally what killed the Predator in the first movie. No, that's actually not. The bow and arrow that Arnold Schwarzenegger threw had a grenade in it. Oops, I don't think Comanches are gonna have that in whenever time period this movie takes place in. And it wasn't even a clean shot. Arnold Schwarzenegger threw that bow and arrow in front of him. It blew up, but it wasn't a direct hit. And yeah, bows and arrows did not kill the Predator. And then somebody said, oh, well, that deadfall weight did. I'm like, yeah, but you're forgetting that he had unmasked by that point. And the Predator was able to see tripwires before with his mask on. So once the mask was removed, he wasn't able to see the tripwires. Oops. Kind of an important detail, no? I really hate when fanboys, like, get their panties in a bunch over, like, just minutia and detail. Like, these fanboys clearly had not been paying attention to the first movie. But anyway, it just goes to show that our Lord and Savior Elon Musk has his work cut out for him cleaning up Twitter. I'm just kidding. Our Lord and Savior is Governor DeSantis. Moving on. This month, actually, there's quite a few horror and horror-adjacent video games coming out. I was actually... Oh, crap. I was pleasantly surprised. What do we have? So, June 14th... what is that, next week? June 14th, we have Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, which I don't even know what that's about. I know that, what is it? The arena shooter or the team-based shooter. I know that that's already out on PS5, I think, and PC. So June 14th, Swan Song. June 24th, a game called Madison. I still need to watch the trailer and see what that game is about. And on June 30th, we have Phobia, which that game looks awesome. So I actually saw a trailer and a playthrough of that. That game looks pretty trippy. It's like kind of an insane asylum. Or if it's not that, it's definitely, how can I put it? I'd have to rewatch the trailer, but from what I recall, it was very, Jesus, what's it? Acid trippy, with the monsters and what it is that attacks the player. Okay, from here, I guess I'm supposed to get to that side. So, a lot of good things coming up for the Mind games. Real quick, even though I don't want to get too personal into it, I have been dealing with a lot of stuff in my personal life. So, I haven't gotten to as many reviews as I want, but I do have plenty still that I want to get to. I still need to do the Doctor Strange review.
Michael, back so soon? Getting a bit too spooky for you, huh? Scaring the bejesus out of you, huh?
Oh my god.
Dottie, much as it pains me to admit it, I need your advice.
Is that right? Well, fire it away. Not literally, mind you.
Nettie sent
This
me to
guy's
look
hysterical.
for these Govi that supposedly contain the Dark Souls. Well, I've not even come close to one.
Ah, poor you. Let me put it this way. If you were trying to keep a source of immortal cosmic power from falling into the hands of the ultimate in evil, would you leave that source of immortal cosmic power just lying around the place for the world and his wife to stumble across?
I guess not.
Well then, you're going to
Well
have
then.
to look a little harder, aren't you?
I guess so.
And Michael,
Yes.
I wouldn't worry your pretty little bald head about it too much. I mean, it's only the end of the world.
God. Can this guy be like my companion throughout this game? Because he is freaking hysterical. Let me go back in because I feel like I missed like a level or two. So Top Gun Maverick, fire. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest non-Marvel movies to come out, and it beat the originals $180 million plus domestic box office. It's close. If it hasn't already, it's closing in on 500 million. If I am not mistaken, it was getting backlash. Oh, it was facing being banned in China after putting Taiwan's flag back on Maverick's leather bomber. The jacket. I mean, Hollywood has got to stop trying to please Chinese censors. For something as they China and Taiwan, my God. They lest we forget how John Cena cucked out when he had the audacity to mention how Taiwan was a country. How can I put this? I want to watch the sequel, but don't rip my head off. I haven't seen the first one yet, and every time I try to, there's always something that comes up. I always plan like a nostalgia night or weekend, whatever, and something always comes up whenever I've tried to watch the original. And I always it's funny because I always catch someone flack. Oh my God, you're supposed to be the cinephile, blah blah. How can you not have watched this classic? And I'm always like, shut up. I have a busy schedule. Speaking of busy schedule, yeah, Prometheus came out 10 years ago, which, God, dude, I will be doing a retrospective on that. So I'm very much behind, and it's funny because right when I was turning the corner and finally catching up, the month of May just like flew by. And while I kept more or less to the stream schedule, just a lot of stuff at work and in my personal life was keeping me from getting or being able to being able to keep to film reviews. So, but I do obviously plan on getting back on track with that. I watched David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future, and it was more of a drama than horror. There are definitely unique body horror-esque depictions, but I wouldn't call it a horror movie. It had good ideas. It didn't hit as hard with its messaging, and I don't mean heavy-handed kind of hard messaging, but it didn't. The plot was kind of like, all right, where's this going? Interact. Okay, just looks like I'm gonna be fighting gargoyles. Or it's just an arrow. Okay. What? There's a gash there. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it wasn't like, it was kind of hard to know where the plot was going. You know, I had hoped that it was gonna get more notoriety just because it was the return of an 80s prominent horror director. But I mean, to be honest, once I saw the movie, it was a bit underwhelming. Again, good ideas, but the story is like kind of not as clearly defined as I would have liked. And again, it's more of a drama than a horror movie, so I'm glad I saw it, but it wasn't like as it wasn't what I hoped it would be. What do you call it? And now it's looking like that movie is likely to get swallowed up just the way that just the way that Firestarter did after Multiverse of Madness came out. Where am I? Okay, so if I head back. That castle over yonder. Over yonder. So apparently Friday the 13th is getting a, okay, that's nothing. Apparently Friday the 13th is getting a 4K remaster. The sound that they make. Yeah, that upgrade's gonna be coming in September. What is this? What?
I am the Lord of Deadside.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. When is this meter gonna fill up? Because it stays at half full. Alright, it's gonna be an Indiana Jones type trap if I go. Whoop.
Looks like someone left me a note.
Okay. Hold on. Let's cut this. Oh, lungs. Oh, hello. Whoa. It's a long ass read. Alright, I'll get to that later. Jesus. Wait, I can't take it. Oh, whatever it is. How many pages did that have? My God. It's only a 3-hour stream.
I ought to go visit Nettie.
Why? Visit her? Oh boy. I like when games like go out of the norm and like look into or depict.
This should be useful.
Oh God.
The power of the dark
Seed
souls.
of darkness.
I embrace it.
I like when games
Great. Shit, that's hot.
I like when games make adventures and experiences out of other cultures. For instance, you have this game that is exploring voodoo culture, and
I'm the Lord of Deadside.
alright, I guess this is gonna keep happening. And then games like Prey, which, you know, was very much lauded for out-of-the-box gameplay, and that depicted ooh, that's like skin? Jeez. That depicted Native American culture, so it's, you know, it's interesting to do that. It's interesting to go out of the box as opposed to a shooter or what have you. Use the baton on
Unsalvaged souls that drift beyond the narrow gates for an eternity of waiting. This infinite limbo, this wasteland, this untamed, unnatural afterbirth I command with my endless darkness? What ineffable secrets are whispered within the paths of shadow? What red-edge realities rising bleak above the blasted skyline? Deadwing, Duppy, Zombie Mother. This voodoo lord outlasts them all.
Interesting. See, this I haven't seen in a while, to be honest. Like story that I'm interested in. It's always cool. Open the menu screen to check how many Kadoos and Dark Souls you've collected. It's always interesting to see, good. What's the word I'm looking for? Good characters or whatnot. But I do like a compelling story with my survival horror games or games in general. Like, I realize that gameplay is king, and it always will be. It always should be with this type of experience or this type of form of entertainment. But I do like a good story, and this one is rather interesting. I definitely have the interest and intrigue to continue on and see what the story's about. What? Ah, burned out. Okay. I guess I'll have to be back for whatever it is that I'm missing. Speaking of Friday the 13th, that day came and went along with the Evil Dead game release, and wow, not a peep. Like, man, that franchise is spent. Yeah, it's about high time that people admit it. I don't care if you're the hardest of hardcore Evil Dead, Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell fans, guys, enough with that franchise. Seriously now. And there's a sequel or something on the way. I don't even know when that's due to release. There's no trailer, there's no release date. I know nothing about that movie. I don't even know if Bruce Campbell's in it. I don't know what tone they're going for. And I mean, if it comes out, I'll watch it. But like, it's about high time they really give that up already. That franchise has just been beaten to death. No pun intended. And man, like, talk about diminishing return. Like, it's sad. It's sad because I have to believe that that fan base, dwindling as it is, is dedicated to that, how can I put it? That series and that, that horror comedy vibe. Not vibe, but, what's the word I'm looking for? Just Sam Raimi's take on horror. I've never been a fan of it at all. I've never been a fan of any of his films. No, his, not Sam Raimi's films, more the TV side, like Spartacus, his Sword and Sandals type of contributions, which is odd. Not so much of his Spider-Man movies. I know, gasp. Not so much his Spider-Man movies. Not so much of the Evil Dead franchise. I've never been much of a fan of those. But it's, I just feel like every time they try to continue this franchise, whether it's a TV show, whether it's a remake, whether it's a video game, it's just like, man, you're pounding it into the ground, and you have to acknowledge that, dude. Yeah, I think it's high time it be understood. This was from a bygone era. enough already. You had your time, and it's high time. Just acknowledge it, bow out, and stop forcing it. Stop forcing this appeal that just isn't there. No! No. Dude, you're right there. There you go. Okay. Alright. Let's try this again. So, it was Robert England's birthday, yesterday, I think? Monday? Yes, Monday. Good. Nope, turn around. Nope, turn around. Okay. One thing that he mentioned today, I believe, his biggest regret regarding, I don't know if it was his career or just the Nightmare on Elm Street series, was that they never made a Freddy prequel. That's what I mean about, that's part of the reason why the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is my favorite, not favorite franchise because there are a lot of duds, but it's my favorite movie monster because there's so many stories that you can tell with a Freddy Krueger, and you know, obviously because it's a dream world that he inhabits, but also because you know, it lends itself to storytelling appeal. It's not something shallow like what do we have now? The Halloween movies. Like, people really need to come to grips with the fact that there's a very finite amount of stories that can be told with Michael Myers. I mean, the first one, yes, I will always acknowledge that the first one is a legitimate classic. It's a legendary movie, deserves all of its accolades. However, it should Texas Chainsaw and the first Halloween movie should have been one movie. And speaking of Texas Chainsaw, that came out this year on Netflix, and no one gave a damn, and people were criticizing it. I had no interest in watching it. But unlike all of those, you know, Freddy is it's variable. There's multiple kinds of stories that you can tell. So that was Robert Englund stating his regrets regarding the series. Oh wait, I can. How do I get in there though? I wonder. I highly doubt I can jump there, but let's give it the old heave-ho. Heave-ho! No. Wouldn't happening. Once again. Heave-ho! No, not happening. Get on up. What do we got? Man, there's got to be a way to get there somehow. Right? Am I right? This way. What's this way? Or is this where I came from? Yeah, this is where I came from. Alright, back you go. If there was one thing that Resident Evil Village showed me, it's that there are just as many lame established IPs in gaming as there are in films. I mean, this year alone, survival horror has had, you know, the previously mentioned Evil Dead game, the upcoming Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Quarry is coming out from the people that give you the Supermassive, the people that give you the Dark Tales anthology, whatever the hell it's called. I mean, I couldn't give the faintest crap about these games. Speaking of things that I couldn't give a crap about, Firestarter apparently has. I mean, I knew it from the jump. It has. What is this? Nothing apparently. Firestarter flopped commercial. I'm glad that it flopped commercially as well as critically, because it deserved to. It looked like, excuse me, it looked like crap. And movies that are crap, they don't deserve to be successful. That's how you end up with crap like those Blumhouse films. And Firestarter was a Blumhouse production. So I'm hoping that, like, with what was it? With notable remake flops like the damn, what was it? The Craft and the Craft sequel remake, whatever the hell. I'm hoping that with notable remake flops on their hands, you have Halloween, which they think that they think that they're gonna be able to knock it out of the park with Halloween Ends. No, you won't. You're gonna be in for a rude awakening when you're once again exposed for the crooks that you are, or the phonies that you are. I can't get in here, really. Is this some kind of puzzle? Right. So they've had Halloween Kills, 2021's Halloween sequel. They've had The Craft. You've had Firestarter, and not only are you going to have Halloween Ends, which won't just be the final film in that trilogy, but it's gonna kill that trilogy. Like, people are gonna see what Blumhouse is made of and what they're really about with that film. So not only that, but then you're gonna have The Exorcist. Oh boy, by the time Halloween Ends is another critical flop, the fact that you have Exorcist around the corner, please believe people are gonna catch on to what Blumhouse is really about and not give much of a damn about them. And to the point that they're gonna start avoiding a lot of these remakes that Blumhouse is pinching out on the regular. Ah, man, where do I go from here? Let me see. Konami's looking to remake Silent Hill 2 and create multiple titles, supposedly using the IP. I'll believe it when I see it, because I mean, there has to be a way that lifts, and I'm wondering. Oh, I can't go back. Wait, yes I can, right? Okay, good. I was like, what the hell's happening here? No, go back, jerk. I just turned your whatever. Alright. So, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, Konami just have done nothing with Silent Hill, which is baffling to me, because it's like, dude, your main competition, Resident Evil, like, I don't want to say that just because a Resident Evil game comes out, that means that automatically Silent Hill should come out with a game and it'll be successful. That would be a very dangerous mentality to have. So I'm not saying that, but like, dude, the fact that for so very long that these two were neck and neck, especially in the eyes of consumers, you know, your fan base, it's crazy to me how for a decade, nothing. Just nothing. No forward movement, no remake, nothing. The most that we've had, apart from Silent Hill Downpour is what do we had? PT, and I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. There must be a way to There must be a way to redirect the water, but hell if I know. Maybe there's something down here to get. Or shoot at or something. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oops. I've got company somewhere. Gotcha. There we go. And yeah, I was about to say, like, where do I have to go? Okay. I mean, hey, considering that Silent Hill has, Jesus, they missed an entire console generation. And I mean, honestly, what does Konami have? What else do they have that they are focusing on, or you know, they're putting their marketing behind? It's like, come on, man. Like, how out of touch are these companies that they don't realize that to this day, people, not only do they need content, because, I mean, my God, video game companies are in dire need of a win, just like, to capitalize on nostalgia, the way that, and not exploit it, but just, you know, use it in a way that Capcom did with Resident Evil 2. Now, Resident Evil 3, that remake. But, wait. Okay. Dude, there's nothing I can do to interact with these? Like, what the hell's going on? What the hell? I'm guessing that's a gun that I have? Okay, perfect. Cool. It really blows my mind how, you know, similar to these movie companies with streaming, right? Let's take that as our model. These companies are desperate for content, right? Isn't that the name of the game? It's the same with games. Like, you have these new consoles out. They've been out a year and a half. It's coming on 2 years that these consoles have been on the market. And much like the 8th generation of video games, dive, dude. What are you doing? Much like the 8th generation of consoles, there was not an 8th gen. What do you call it? Flag bearer or franchise that was like the mascot of the 8th generation of the PS4, the Xbox. They did not enjoy. Oh crap! They did not enjoy a Gears of War the way that the 360 did. They did not have a what do you call it? A signature franchise. Damn it. They did not have a signature franchise the way that the first Xbox did with Halo. Dude, you can die like any moment now. Crap. No. And this is, dude, dive. Yeah. Okay. And it's looking like the current next generation, which it's a bit of an oxymoron there. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, the ninth console generation of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is the current gen hardware. It's crazy to me. It's crazy for me to think that there's still like no torchbearer. There's no flag bearer. There's no standard game or franchise that is carrying the torch. It's so crazy. Like nothing out of the gate has hit in a particular way that it is like the franchise. And my God, shouldn't that be what these consoles are built on and for? I genuinely question whether or not they can go another whether or not they can go another round of oh yes, it will kill me. And I'm dead. Lovely. Oh, that's what I get for walking in hellfire. Oh, I gotta do this all over again? No, go back. So yeah, I just it's sketchy whether or not I doubt they'll be able to pull this off, but what they need to be doing is pulling their heads out of their asses and coming up with some damn games. I mean, nostalgia. Like, look, I just like I'm obviously playing a remastered game. What is this lead again? Oh. Well, geez, this just looks like I'm stuck. Regardless. Yeah. That sucks. Okay, so I wonder if I already did everything that I have to, but let me check. Let's check. No. Yeah, I would like Silent Hill to come back. I would like, nostalgia is something that should only be admissible when it's accompanied by what should be the priority, which is, new IPs in order to drive these franchises forward. Or, not the franchises, I'm sorry. These, oh, crap. Alright, I really have to be on point on when I jump. Yeah, I mean, what should be leading the charge, regardless, is new IPs, new experiences, new avenues to explore, new franchises or new games that are going to push, gaming to a new horizon and improve or innovate on gameplay, because, my God, that just has not been the case. And look, I'm happy. I mentioned this in my very first episode on my YouTube channel. I am ecstatic. I'm happy that we got Resident Evil 2 Remake last gen, as well as Doom 2016. I am elated for those games. However, crazy to me that we had damn. All right, I'm gonna stop doing that then. We had, just a plethora of games that were being touted as the true next-gen experience. We had Watch Dogs, and we had Destiny, and we had Anthem, and we had Cyberpunk, and jeez, it never landed. It never landed. The next gen basically never came. I really want to look up the sales numbers for Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, and Doom 2016, because in actuality, those were the next gen. And guess what? Those were remakes. Oops. How crazy is that? I don't think that gets addressed enough. Like the best next-gen games, damn it. The best next-gen games were remakes of 25-year-old series. you know, but much like movies, all we have with these with these gaming companies is people that are just focused on their bottom dollar, which is obviously a problem. It will affect their bottom line, and if it hasn't already, because it's like, dude, you have to be able to create something. My God, the question genuinely needs to be asked: how long can you continue to churn out these cyberpunks and these anthems and crap like that doesn't go anywhere? It doesn't give you what it is that you're buying these systems for, buying these games for. It never comes, and it's so crazy to me that could be a thing. You know, it's getting to the point where we get like incremental improvements, just like we do with phones, where it's like, yeah, that's great. It'll take more pixels to your. It'll add more pixels to your photos. It'll take longer videos or whatever. But there comes a point in time where it's like, Jesus, like incremental improvements are to be expected with whatever hardware upgrade. What is it that you're bringing that's groundbreaking, that's going to create a groundswell? And the answers to those questions have remained unanswered, unfortunately. And that I chose well when I picked my very first episode to be called Stagnation Nation, because that is pretty much where we are and have been and seemingly will be for the foreseeable future. It's genuinely a sad state of affairs, and it's across the globe, across the board. There's just no. There's nothing that's like groundbreaking. There's nothing that's improving upon anything that we're doing right now, entertainment-wise, or really technology, to be honest. Crap, I didn't see what was down there, but it looked glowy. Oh crap, I knew that was gonna happen. So, I found out that Netflix they're doing another Black Mirror. You know, just as long as they don't go woke. And the season, the last season did, and obviously, you know, it's a British show, so it'll have some of that identity politics in it, which is unfortunate. But I hope they just get back on track, because, you know, this is another episode that I need to do that I will be doing when I cover 90s horror. Just talking about how, you know, Black Mirror completely wipes its ass with how, the U.S. cinema absolutely could not capitalize on, like, tech noir or tech horror in the early 90s. You know, the adoption of technology and how it was becoming more prevalent in our home life. Ooh, what the hell? There's something out of Silent Hill. Yeah, it's like, dude, die already. It was crazy to me how no matter how many times oh crap, in the 90s, that generation tried to tackle anything dealing with technology, whether it's Ghost in the Machine, the Lawnmower Man, probably a couple of others that I'm forgetting at the moment. It really, Shocker. it really, even though that was a late 80s film, it really could not ever, like, create, oh, what was the other one? Brain Scan. It could never, 90s horror could never land a, you know, a horror film, oh crap, a horror, sci-fi horror film that could capitalize on the fear of technology and where it was going, especially with the internet. And it's crazy to me, first off, how they couldn't hack it. They were not able to capitalize on it. They were not able to get lightning in a bottle with any of those ideas or those films. Like, just none of them. They didn't become franchises. They didn't virtual reality, all that stuff. They were just not able to hit the mark. And not only were they not able to, nearly 2 decades later, the Brits wiped their ass with American attempts at capitalizing on the fear of technology. Black Mirror definitely deserves credit for that. And guess what? For all these idiots like M. Night Shyamalan that wants to remake, or wanted to remake, am I able to walk into this without burning to death? Okay, good. That wanted to M. Night Shyamalan wanted to remake Tales from the Crypt. Jordan Peele did remake Twilight Zone, and that crap got canceled. He couldn't even make it last 2 seasons, I believe. Which good for him, because it just goes to show how much of a hack he is. Am I supposed to climb up? Something? Black Mirror was able to... Black Mirror was able to, you know, carve out its own niche and not copy off of anybody else's previous anthology. So kudos on them. They might have been inspired by Twilight Zone, but they were able to make their own contribution. Great. How do I get up? So just here's hoping if they do a return, it's a return to form. I believe that this would be their 6th season. Not sure. I don't know. I've lost count. But you know, just focus on the technology piece of it, and you know, our growing relationship with it, and don't go freaking woke with it. Oh God. I actually watched, damn it. I actually watched, what did I see? Oh, the one with the soldier who his perception is seeing refugees but as monsters, and the VR one. Those are, oh! Can't believe I did that. Really? Damn it. Yep. Okay. Speaking of Netflix, they have something called Geekend Week, where Sandman is supposed to have it's supposed to be at the event, and dude, like, it looks soy AF, the guy that they picked for it. I'm really sorry to say, but I don't think there was a trailer that came out, more like stills of it. But I think I mentioned on the last stream how Neil Gaiman was trying to defend how it's not. He was either trying to defend that it's not woke, or he was trying to what do you call it? He was trying to address the wokeness of it. Bro, you, like, what are you doing? If it's, I have the comic. I've never read it, just because I've been busy as hell with life. But like, Neil Gaiman, what are you doing? Like, have you not seen? Maybe he's just out of touch. But it's like, bro, if you haven't seen how wokeness has taken its toll on entertainment, you're asking for trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. you've been trying to get this done for quite some time. He's been trying to get an adaptation of Sandman for over 20 years, possibly 25 years. Ah. Okay, you can shift now. Okay, I guess not. Alright, yeah, I was like, what the hell's the problem? So, yeah, it's like, bro, you've been trying to get this adapted for quite some time. Are you sure you want this to be your hill to die on? Okay, is it right behind me? No. Really? Anywho. I had it before, and like now it's becoming a pain in the ass to get back on. Okay, I think I need to kick my way off backwards. This ought to be fun. No, what are you doing? Hold on. I'm doing something wrong, obviously. I was doing it before. Okay. I think I got it now. At that event, at the same Geek End week from Netflix, what do you call it? Tim Burton is set to drop more details on his Wednesday Addams show. You know, I'll damn it! I jumped the gun there. The trailer actually, the teaser trailer actually came out for the Wednesday show. You know, give it a shot. It's Tim Burton. I'm hoping that this has nothing to do with Sony and their crappy adaptation of the Addams Family. Just that crap just reeked of cool. That crap just reeked. It reeked of Hotel Transylvania and that insulting dreck. Great. I never liked those movies, and that was actually part of something of a trilogy of like animation that came out in 2012. In the 2012s, it was that. It was another Tim Burton movie. What the hell was that movie called? It's a black and white stop motion that I can't remember the name of it. Something about a pet that dies. Anyway, yeah, it was that, and it was Hotel Transylvania, and actually another stop motion. Damn, I can't remember the name of it now. And I have it in my bedroom. Anyway, my memory is shot. But anyway, the yeah, all those movies came out, 2 stop motion films, as well as the cartoon of Hotel Transylvania. Hotel Transylvania sucked, but it was that became successful of all of them in a franchise, which is just sad to me. They made like 4 Hotel Transylvanias. Ugh. The one that recently came out, I believe, was Transformania. God almighty. That came out.
Dark souls are mine. Got it.
Am I supposed to return to the land of the living anytime soon? I've been here for a minute. Not that I'm complaining. Okay. Netflix was telling its employees to quit if they were offended by the streamer's content. Which I thought was, hey, way to go. Finally fighting back against the freaking nonsense of the cancel culture. And Netflix is actually, they're reportedly looking into live streaming, which, I don't know, kind of late in the game. I'm assuming that they're doing that not just because of the proliferation of, excuse me. Not only because of the proliferation of, hold on, of streaming, but also because Amazon is in the streaming market, obviously with Twitch. So I don't know. Call me crazy, but I would think that they're kind of late to the game. And with Netflix having so many problems lately, with, you know, losing so much on its stock, losing vast numbers of subscribers, I don't know that they have. I don't know if their brand carries their shield, their brand carries as much weight as it used to. So, I mean, these are obviously topics for people far more versed in brand recognition than I am. Okay, how do I get up here? Let's see. Okay. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. All right. That way. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm going the right way. What the hell? How do Okay. I'm not seeing how that works, but let me give it the old college try. So this labyrinth really doesn't work for me. It's kind of confusing. Okay. Oh God, Netflix is oof. Stranger Things came out, and man, I gotta be honest, I really don't care. Stranger Things to me was always such an 80s, like, how can I put, not just an 80s ripoff, but like an egregious one at that. It's just like, man, remember this? Hey, you liked this when it first came out, right? 40 years ago or so? The characters do nothing for me. I'm glad that the guy that was in it has some kind of celebrity and some, but man, for the most part, I really don't care about it, and I realized that it was held up. I realized that it was held up because of the coof. So there's that, but it's like, man, I still don't care. Oh, come on. Ah, no! And you're just gonna stay there like a dick, right? Damn it! Damn, this dude messed me up. Ugh. Come on, creeps. Yes, thank you. Oof. I definitely took some pounding. Okay. Yeah, from what I understand, this is like the final season, which, good riddance. I don't care. And I feel like I try not to mock people's fandom, but it's such a rip-off. Do you, Voodoo? Thank you. Do you do Voodoo? Asan? Okay. Shadowgun. Wait. Okay. What is happening? Okay. Back. Right? Okay, good. Let's put that. There we go. Perfect. Oh, very nice. Anything else here? I wonder. But this just takes me back, right? No, I've gotten everything I need to, right? Right? Ew. They were saying how, Stranger Things 4, or Season 4 smashed Netflix records, but you know, considering all the nothing that's been on there, I offer a hearty meh regardless. Somebody made, this was a weird one. Somebody made a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Blood and Honey, it's called. I saw that and I'm just like, first off, the news of it was like, what? And also, why? It's not even a dark fantasy, but a slasher. You know, that creative prolapse of a genre. And it's just, who came up with this idea? And again, why? Talk about digging the bottle up. I can't speak. Digging deep into the bottom of the honey pot. Okay. Jason Momoa he's supposedly rebounding with that actress Eiza Gonzalez following his shock split from wife Lisa Bonet. Damn, they were together 16 years. Jesus, dude. And just Eiza Gonzalez, she was what? Eiza Gonzalez, she was that chick from she's that chick from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Which, hey, I guess that's definitely a step up. I don't see her as a particularly good actress, but obviously it's not with her for her acting ability. But I mean, Lisa Bonet, just why? She was, don't get me wrong, she was gorgeous back in the day, but back in the, like, her day was back in the 90s, and obviously we're over 30 years past from that. It's so weird, the proliferation of what many men would consider to be like alpha males, or at least they make alpha male money or an alpha male shape like Jason Momoa, or some might consider Will Smith to be that. I wouldn't. But Jesus, and just the cuckoldry is strong with them. And they get with these old chicks that are just meh. It's crazy to me. And mind you, these are guys that, hey, they're celebrities for a reason. They make bank, and still they marry old women. They get with women that are not like on their level of fame or attraction, or again, Jason Momoa he just comes off like a grown child, but it's crazy to think that they don't see their own value, and they allow themselves to be in such compromising. They put themselves in such compromising situations. Of divorce and embarrassment. Look at what Will Smith is going through. Crap. Nice. Thirsty.
The power of the Dark Souls. I embrace it.
Oh. Apparently there's a cartoon version of Married with Children with the original cast. That's in the works, which strange. I can't imagine that'll be as good, obviously, as the original was. And my god, are we in such dire need of sobering commentary like the Simpsons from back in the day and Married with Children used to give? Man, it's crazy to me how very much comedy and entertainment have fallen off. And it's sad because when, in the moment when those franchises are around, when those series are around, you as a kid, you think it's always gonna be that good or better. You think that there's always gonna be a funny. You always think that Friends is gonna be as funny, and there's gonna be other shows like it. You always think that pro wrestling is going to be great. You never realize that blockbuster films are gonna become rather monotonous. That horror films are gonna take a nosedive. Weird. Very strange times that we live in. Did I come this way? Oh no.
The Dark Souls are mine.
I wonder how many of these I need to collect. So, yeah, I gotta go all the ways back. Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, she said something along the lines. Oh no, she actually her words verbatim were, she said that something bothers her, and let me read the exact quote. She goes, "Something that bothers me, and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity, is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves," meaning at her husband, "but me in the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero male attention. I begin to internalize it and think it is, I'm sorry. I begin to internalize it, and is there something wrong with me?" And Curry, she mentioned that she doesn't want the male attention, but it would be nice to have, it would be nice to know that someone's looking. Who is it that she said this to? Jada Pinkett. Oh, God. And you know that voracious freaking ego monster couldn't help herself. She goes, quote, some men out there are looking at you like you wish. I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody. It's your husband. Hey, if there's one wife that you don't want giving advice to your wife, it's Jada Pinkett Smith. Jesus, like that. It's so sad to me that this woman, that she hasn't had her Amber Heard moment, and thus far, she hasn't, her feet haven't been held to the fire. She hasn't had to pay for any of her mistakes, or been held accountable at all. And I've heard it from Ari Spears, and I've heard it from Dave Chappelle. It's just like this unwillingness to hold this woman accountable for what she obviously is or acts like. It's astonishing to me. It's really sad. It's really sad that comedians who, they're supposed to be the ones that tell it how it is. They're supposed to be the ones that, are unafraid or, holding the line and standing up against the tyranny and the oppression of cancel culture, and yet they're tiptoeing around this crap. Oh, I respect both Chris and Will. It's like, dude. How about you just stop pussyfooting around it and get to, just commenting on what's in front of you, what it is that you see, like the reluctance and the hesitance. And I can, it's sad, but all right, Dave Chappelle doesn't want to address that for what it is. But you would think that, I would think that Ari Spears would have just called a spade. Like, what the hell? This dude coming up slapping somebody for what? For what? Because you're a cranky old lady who wants to act as though she's dealing with cancer, which she's not. And, it's been debated whether or not she actually has alopecia, because it looks like she just has a fade. It looks like she just cut her hair short. And then she's over here. She's quote-unquote addressing the slap and talking about how, we just, our boys need to heal, or whatever the crap she was talking about. And the quartering was spot on when he said that Jeremy, I believe his name is, he says, what this lunatic means is that her, Will and Chris need to make amends on her show for the clicks, for the views. And I have to 100% agree with that sentiment. I agree 100% with that take. That's exactly what she means. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna speak all innocent as though, I have nothing, I never have any hostility, or I'm not manipulative in any way. And, it's just a time of healing. And that's what's most important. It's like, bitch, you are out of your goddamn mind. You are some of the most toxic people are the ones that presume as though they're not. Presume as though, yeah, from this side, right? Presume as though they're the most peaceable and loving and people in harmony, and they're living their dream, and they're living their best life, and all that stupid crap, all that Oprah nonsense. And please believe that Jada Pinkett fits that bill to a T. That psychopath. If Steve Curry has any hope of having any normalcy or any peace in his life, keep your wife the hell away from Jada Pinkett, especially after what you've seen lately. Is this the right way? No, that brings me back here. Alright, I think I gotta double all the way back. I just have to remember how to do so because I'm in something of a labyrinth. Alright. And I think this will bring me back to where I was before. Yeah, I wanted to go this way. So where the hell did I come from? I wonder. I wonder. I got an itch, sorry. Give me a second, let me just take a swig. So, rumor has it that Capcom's Dino Crisis, the original, is heading to the PlayStation Plus service, which is that Game Pass competition. How sad that the main driver of the console war is past libraries. That should, as I mentioned before, that should of course be part of a console war, not the focus. Kind of stupid. All right. I don't think that this is the way. Trying to double back and find my way out. Oop. Okay. Yeah, this just brings me to this dead end. What the hell is that breathing? Okay. All the way over. Okay. There's nothing more fun than doubling back and trying to find where it is you're supposed to be going after having arrived at where you... Oh. Oh, I am supposed to be here. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I was like, what the... Oh, wow. What the hell is this? Oh god. Let me first open this flesh wall. Okay. Oop, interact. You're kidding me, this still won't open? There was another one that wouldn't open either. That's disappointing. Performance anxiety, let's call it. Okay. Oh! Interesting mechanic. All right. Am I supposed to walk? No. There isn't any way over. There. Interesting. Annoying. Interesting, though. Yeah, there's no, like, crawl space or anything. I just noticed that my character's just shirtless in jeans. It's kind of... Oh, no! God, where's this gonna take me?
Unbelievable.
No. Why did it bring me all the way here? Jesus. It must really not care how far I need to go back and retrace all these annoying steps. Yeah, it doesn't care. Oh, game, you're testing my patience. Oh god, WWE Michael Cole celebrated 25 years as an announcer. Ugh. Christ. Yes, and what a storied career he's had. Man, like it what was I mentioning before? How just how everything across the board, all forms of entertainment have like taken a dip, and I would hasten to say that pro wrestling is probably the worst of all forms of entertainment, because man, 20 years, it's soon approaching 20 years that it's probably 20 years now technically, but yeah, I mean, the Cena era was an abomination. It was an error. It wasn't an era. It was an error. Which way am I going? I think it's this way. Just what a disaster. That handicapped pro wrestling in ways that people to this day don't want to admit. They don't want to acknowledge it. And you know, it's crazy how just across the board professional wrestling has suffered. Your announcers suck. I mean, obviously the focus will always be on the wrestlers. One problem that I always have is the fact that there are I guess it's twofold. Not having properly defined not having properly defined divisions, and by extension, your most important division, not having a properly defined heavyweight division. That's a problem. When you're like shuffling people in and out of the title scene, the heavyweight title scene, because you don't have legit main eventers, oh boy, you're in a world of trouble. You're in a world of hurt. And when I think back to 2011, that's what happened with John Cena. That's what happened with the Cena era. Once he was starting his feud with The Rock, regained the title from The Miz, he was having matches with The Miz, with John Morrison. Mind you, these are pay-per-view. I almost said paperweight. Pay-per-view main events with The Miz and John Morrison and what's his name? R-Truth. It's just like, ugh, God, what the hell are you doing to the heavyweight division? Like, it's bad enough you make a joke out of the title, but now you can't, like, this is what you're reduced to. And hey, that's what happens when you don't, damn it. That's what happens when you don't have when HBK retires, when Triple H is on a part-time schedule, when Undertaker is out of the title scene. And mind you, this was before Brock Lesnar's return. But yeah, I mean, but anyway, in the context of what I'm talking about with Michael Cole, oh God, wrestling announcing needs to be revamped, obviously. But man, yeah, it's something to point out how like up and down every aspect, a true like revamping of professional wrestling would seek innovation across all aspects of it, from I can't believe I did that. That's so stupid. From your divisions, as I mentioned, you have to find new ways of engaging your audience, and announcers can obviously do that. I always propose that you have a backstage announcer, and that means something. You know, maybe your backstage announcer is for people who, how can I put this? It's for you use your backstage area as like the people who haven't been pushed and they have a grievance to get off their chest. It's more real. The fact that they don't have the limelight of the live audience and they're not center stage, you can use it to your advantage, where you have wrestlers who probably do, you know, worked shoot promos, and they're much more like, give it much more of a gritty, realer feel to it than the bright lights, so you can experiment more with it. It should mean something to get announcer time, you know? That's your own personal, that's a wrestler's own personal time where you're maybe you're not in a feud, maybe you're just talking about you, what it is that you want, what it is that you're after, what title you want to go to, why it is that you should be given a chance, why, you know, it should mean something to have that backstage kind of that feel where it's more real and it's not so bright lights, it's grittier, like I mentioned. And there should be another announcer, for instance, that they would perhaps have like their own Twitter wall. I remember that was a big thing at one of the E3s. So imagine engaging your audience with, you know, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get him. You engage your audience in a much more shoot kind of feel, and through social media. So again, every part or every piece of the puzzle means something. I'm guessing that I'm supposed to grapple onto these pillars if I can. Or not. It was worth a try.
Unbelievable.
Lord, back here. WWE, not only are they calling June John Cena month, they actually, I believe it was an article, they said WWE is calling June John Cena month with or without him. Womp womp. God. They, like, he's in some kind of, like, partnership with them now to, like, produce this show about heels, bad guys, called WWE Evil. Yeah, great title, by the way. I think it's time to call time of death on this guy's career, because he's not going anywhere in terms of, you know, upward momentum. Like, you've done your Bumblebee and that flopped to the point that they're moving on and away from regular Transformers. They're just going with Beast Wars to try to revamp that brand. But yeah, your stupid Bumblebee movie will be a distant memory. You've done your Fast and the Furious, and yeah, that was, thank you for showing up. What else have you wasted people's time with? Ouch. What else am I thinking? And now you're doing your stupid superhero movies, which, whatever, dude. No one really cares about. I mean, even if your stupid Peacemaker had made a second season of it, the movie that it came from was a flop. Suicide Squad sucked. And obviously, where's that going? The Peacemaker. Where's it going? Like, straight up. Not to mention the fact that DC in and of itself is one concussed, how can I put it, series. They just have no idea what the hell to do with them. And now they're under new management yet again. So, damn it. But yeah, it's like John Cena's acting career, like, come on. Like, do you really expect people to take this seriously? And something that I will never drop, guess what? John Cena can go on to have whatever type of just ineffectual, mediocre career that he may have. This was his second time up at bat at acting, which people gloss over. They don't even gloss over, they just don't mention it, which is amusing. Because this guy's supposed to be some kind of a blue chipper. Despite the fact that, you know, his first time up at bat wasn't too impressive. Wasn't too impressive. Good. God, CM Punk won the AEW title. Eek. Yep, I was already here. What is that persistent growling? It's like I missed something somewhere. Okay. Alley-oop. God. As on there's been quite a few trailers that have dropped for upcoming films. I mentioned the Predator, or the Prey, excuse me. The Avatar 2 trailer, it's exactly what James Cameron said it would be. There's water, and that's all. That's all I could honestly tell you, because I mean I didn't and I don't care about stupid Avatar. I don't know anyone that genuinely does. So I'm not able to climb these walls. How strange. I wonder how the hell, like, what is the point of that being there? Being located there? You walk funny. I really don't want to die here, because that'll be annoying to try to... Anywho's... Okay, so I went there. Yeah, James Cameron is trying to revive 3D with that, with Avatar. It's like, bro, you're delusional. I don't care about your previous accolades. I don't care how you've impacted cinema. If you, after we've had a decade plus of time to realize that 3D was not the craze that you were guilty of bringing it to, and fooling people into believing that was gonna be the future of. Man, there's been so many bad precedents as far as entertainment, 3D, VR. It's like these gimmicks need to stop, because, you know, they trick entertainment companies like television providers and even gaming that these are going to be the waves of the future. No, they're not. No, they're not. If movies spent multi-millions and billions on 3D, you gotta believe that TV manufacturers like Samsung did exactly the same thing, coming out with 3D TVs. Oh, damn, I can't believe I did that. Coming out with those stupid glasses that cost $100. The fact that they got away with that, selling that crap, and people bought in and bought those products that, I mean, my first Blu-ray player that I bought was a 3D player, but that's only because I bought it as part of a surround sound system. If I could have saved myself a few dollars by purchasing a standard Blu-ray player that didn't come, Blu-ray player surround sound that didn't come with 3D, please believe I would have. It's a stupid gimmick. It's ridiculous. It needs to go away. It's nauseating to watch. It doesn't make any sense for people to buy into that, or for it to be brought back. So, yeah, you go right ahead, James Cameron. You try to revitalize a stupid gimmick that, man, it took years for people to finally ditch that the gimmickry of 3D. Okay, I could just go down there then. this doesn't work. Maybe I'm supposed to open these later on. I don't know. But I have been here for a while. I can tell you that much. I cannot believe, because I've heard so, oh wait, I was supposed to go there. I've heard so many people saying, oh, don't count out James. Oh, anyway, what the point I was making before, yeah, don't count out James Cameron. It's like, shut the hell up. Every dog has his day, and this guy's appeal cannot last forever. Anyway, okay, worth a try, I guess. Do you realize that the first, like, okay, so Avatar came out at the end. Oh wait, I can charge that? Oh. Avatar came out at the end of 2009. Does anyone who's listening realize that the first Avengers movie came out, or at least was available, not necessarily strictly debuted in this format, but do you realize that the first Avengers movie came out or was available in 3D? Oh, damn it. Alright, don't go this way. Jesus.
Whoops.
I think I've done everything that I can here. Use Luke's teddy bear to warp to newly discovered locations. Can I do that? Have I... Wait, no. Wait. So yeah, we've endured 3D for this long. Dead Side is the Dark Planets. Find and hold. Excuse me. Bobby Lashley was talking about how he wants a rematch with Brock Lesnar, which, hey, I'm happy that, you know, he's being more vocal about the things that he wants, because he absolutely should be. Wait, where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? I guess I can open this now, right?
I'm the Lord of Deadside.
It just keeps coming up every time. Interesting. I'm trying to remember if I've been here before. Check back with Nate.
And into Asylum,
Oh.
like a great black engine roaring to eternity, ravaging
I was wondering if I was
the
ever
already
gonna
benighted
get to the
landscape with its
castle.
savage, malevolent presence. And within the regions of the truly damned, insanity, sheer and stark, and once in human form, now gutted and torn
Like a
by
fish.
eons of glutted indulgence. Their bloodlust flecking the oily walls, living in the shrieks of victims ensnared, hanged, drawn, and quartered by the serpent's squalid writhings. This is the place I have not wanted to dream of, and the dream is now the place I partly live through.
That's some good poetry. I'm not gonna go here yet, just because there was those wall things that I wanted to check out first. So let me do that first. and about 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna give it another half an hour or so, maybe less. Maybe I'll save this dungeon area for my actual anniversary show, which will, excuse me, which will be on Thursday. Damn it, I hate when I get hiccups. Which will be on Thursday. Okay, that's where I came in through. Do I have enough juice for this? Do I have enough juice for that? I don't think so. Not either of them. Yep, short circuit. Is that dramaticness really necessary? Yeah, I don't have enough for either, unfortunately. Unless, what is this? Nothing that I can tamper with.
Great.
Short circuit. Okay. Wouldn't happen him. So I have to get three, whatever these are, to fill up. So let me see. I'm guessing there's no other way than to revisit areas after acquiring new abilities. Okay. Why are you... Okay. Yeah, I was like, why are you running that way? I'm scared to jump in there because it might be acidic. Nah, I mean... Okay. Alright, let's check out the dungeon. Nothing. Yeah, I got a funny feeling that not to touch the water here. Not to and I fall in it anyway, but hey, it's not acidic and I'm not dying. Oh.
Got it.
Look at that. And I can't get out. I was about to say, like, what the hell's going on here? So, at least this water isn't acidic. I wonder if this one is. Well, only one way to find out. Okay. Okay. Good thing there's nothing in here with me. That would suck. I wonder what those skulls are for. Alright, here we go. So, apparently, this year, Halloween Horror Nights, they're bringing back I read this article, said, but they're bringing back Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy together for the first time. I was like, first time? Really? I'm guessing they mean that they've never had those three, or just the three there, because obviously, what is it? Frankenstein's missing, but that would kind of allude to the, or you know, bring up the question: why is Frankenstein missing? What is this? This is just here. Okay. Alright, this narrow walls a bit. Or narrow corridor, I should say. Interesting. Oh god. Let's go this way first, dude. No, nothing. Whoa. Is this where it was? Yeah, it looks like. Okay. Got turned around somehow. Oh, I didn't even see that. What the hell was I before then? Whatever. Open Daisy. Okay. I guess only one way to go. Follow your nose. I think I'm going away from where I'm supposed to be at. Good use of animation. What? I guess just drop down. Oh boy. This is like Mount Doom meets the castle of the Wicked Witch of the West. What are these? Nothing, I guess. No going back. What is this?
I ought to go visit Nettie.
Okay. So, this is telling me I got to go back to the land of the living, so... Right? Bayou, yeah. This is telling me that I need to go back to the land of the living, so, to visit my, I don't know, voodoo priestess girlfriend, whatever. So, this has been my first playthrough. If you're watching this, be sure to check back, this Thursday, June 9th. That will be the 1 year anniversary of the Scream stream, so I will continue playthrough of this. Again, I promise that I'll be putting more time into working on my Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness review. I will that will be next for my main YouTube channel. And what else? I will be having a 10-year retrospective on Prometheus, which will be after that. And also, I plan to do a probably a top 5 recommendation of summer horror films now that Memorial Day has come and gone. So that's what's coming up for the Mind's Eye and the Mind Games channels, respectively. So be sure to check back with me this upcoming Thursday again. I'll be streaming 8:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 5:30 p.m. on the West Coast. I usually do about 3 hours Scream stream. And again, check out the link in the descriptions, not only for my affiliates, sponsors, and my partner, Hotness TV, but also be sure to check out the Streamlabs merchandise store that is up for the Mind's Eye and as well as the Mind Games. So this has been Inkarnate for Mind Games. I've mentioned what's coming up next for both platforms, Mind's Eye and Mind Games. So I do hope that you'll return with me to celebrate my 1 year anniversary for the Mind Games, and keep it here while we reap the fear.
Play with us forever and ever.